Joined with Nicki Sun. Hello, welcome!
Hi! And welcome to TechNicki Speaking by Nicki Sun. Nicki Sun here to talk about the Arlo Pro 4 Spotlight camera. The best part. A PC so custom, it has my logo on it.
Samsung reached out and I was able to create my directorial debut.
NAB show spokesperson, Nicki Sun.
Would you do it again?
For sure.
Absolutely.
You're zooming in on me. And at the same time, I have no director or cameraman.
Right now, you're like Asian Daenerys in my mind.
I've always been the mother of cameras.
I'm surprised they still fit it.
When other women see us in front of the camera, they're inspired to do it too.
Let's go.
Nicki is an amazing entrepreneur slash content creator slash female director slash cinematographer slash Asian ambassador.
She's talking about choosing the right camera for the job.
If one person says seeing you do this inspires me to even get into the field, that makes my day. I've done my job.
We are joined with Nicki Sun.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of TechNicki Speaking Live. I'm your host Nicki Sun, and if you didn't notice and if you've been following me every week since the beginning of this year, you'll notice that was a brand new reel. So what do you all think? Let me know in the comments. It definitely was fun to see it. I want to thank my editor, Michael Balmer, for putting that together. And that's another thing too. I think as content creators and people who have been creating for a while, it's so hard to relinquish control and power to have somebody else edit you. And it was just so fun working with him because I have over 12 years of experience in this field, but more specifically 4 years within TechNicki Speaking, and I was a little bit emotionally too attached to everything that goes in that reel, so it was nice to just give him all the footage, all the content, and have him edit parts that needed to be added. So I just want to say hello on a Tuesday. Hello Dawn, hello Brian. If this is your first time finding me, please hit the follow button. I go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We talk lifestyle, technology, gear, products, all that stuff. And I'm just so excited to announce that this Thursday I'm actually going to be in New York City. I'm originally from the West Side, so I'm excited to be 3 hours ahead and feel like I know everything ahead of everybody else's schedule. But yes, if you're in New York City, I'm giving a keynote I'm always saying, is it called keynote speech or just keynote? Well, this Thursday, November 3rd, I'm giving a keynote to kick off the FCP Global Summit Tour. That's right. So just like Adobe has Adobe Max, Final Cut Pro and Apple have decided to go on this world tour, and your girl is kicking off the very first location in New York City this Thursday, November 3rd. And I'm so excited. I've titled basically my session, Creating Nonlinear Workflows in Final Cut Pro and in Life. And they've asked me to share my journey and my career, not only working throughout Final Cut Pro and its changes. I've been a part of Final Cut Pro since Final Cut Pro 7 days to the 10, and I've done Avid, Blackmagic, Premiere Pro, but this is really a look into my life at a broader spectrum, and saying, and hopefully at the end of the keynote, sharing that it's okay to have things in your timeline a little bit out of order. It's not linear. We don't have a straight path in life. I've done so many different things that have brought me full circle to what I'm doing now, but it's taken all these other areas to find it, and I just hope I can resonate with the students there to know that it's totally okay, and also to get really involved in getting certified as an official Final Cut Pro editor. So really, really excited. Hello, if you're joining on YouTube or Facebook, I forget that I am also streaming live also to Facebook and to YouTube. So hello, Gail and Jose on Facebook. I'm also live on YouTube, so I'm letting the comments generate on that as well. Again, if you have an Amazon account, that is the best way to experience this live stream. So if you have an Amazon account, please sign in. That way you can join the chat and I can say hello to you. And speaking of which, Nelson, welcome to the chat. Hey, Nicki, missed the reel. We'll have to catch it on replay. Yes, you will have to. I'm actually debuting it live this Thursday during my keynote, but I thought I'd give my Amazon live streamers a little bit of a sneak peek. So anyways, today I was thinking about what do I talk about today? Obviously, I have to pack, and because not only am I a on-camera presenter, but I'm also a behind this camera content creator and photographer, I figured I should share with you maybe what I utilize and travel with as my essentials, being that I am a creator and also a host. So you got to take care of the face and also like your attire and also just making sure your everyday essentials are there. So I figured today I'll theme my live stream around my travel essentials keynote speaker edition. So first things first, and the realist. Yeah, okay, if you didn't get that, that's Iggy Azalea fancy lyrics. But anyways, Targus mobile bag. Shout out to Targus for sending me this. If you've been a part of my live streams before, you have seen this bag. It is one of my absolute favorite bags. It looks like it's about to be discontinued though. I don't know why, so grab it if you can. But this, first of all, how sleek is this? My friend told me this is like the Batman of backpacks, where it's so sleek, it's so stylish. It's not like, it's like, in a way, it's like aerodynamic, but this is one of my favorite bags to travel with. I actually utilized this when I was at NAB show, because when you're on the tram going from your hotel to the Las Vegas Convention Center, I needed something to roll and also to carry as a backpack should I need. But because you're on-camera presenter, sometimes you don't want the shoulder straps digging into your shoulders. So this was a great way that is both a roller backpack and also, wait, no, that's both of them. It's both a rolling bag and a backpack, 2-in-1. This again is made from 37 recycled bottles of water. So I love the eco-consciousness of this style. So first of all, you have a huge big pocket. You can put your passport, your travel documents, your boarding documents, if you still print them out. Sometimes I still do, because just in case technology breaks down or fails, I like to have a printout just in case. Oh, what do you know? I still have some mask in here, which is super nice because you never know what the mandates are, the regulations. It's always nice to, basically when you're traveling, to have extra mask, but these are individual ones, so they're good to go in my travel bag. But very big pocket, as you just saw right there. You also have another pocket right here, which is usually where I put my wallet or my phone, because I'm able to just lie down. Like, what do I have in here? This is also one of those things, you know, when you like do your laundry and you're like, what did I put in my pocket? I found $100, but instead I found Hall's Minis. So it's also a great idea when you're speaking to bring cough drops, not because you have a sickness or a cold, but it really soothes the throat when you've been talking for a long time. So especially at NAB or CES or all these big shows like IBC, you want to possibly bring little mini halls just to freshen your throat, and that way you're not like croaking. So this will relieve your throat when you're speaking. So just a little pro tip for all my speakers out there, or just those who just are huge social butterflies and networkers and you're constantly talking. And then on the front, you have two big zipper pockets. So the first one is nice because it's actually like a really nice content creation bag. So right here on the inside, again, this bag designed with environments in mind by using recycled materials. 35 plastic bottles were diverted from our waterways and landfills. So they let you know inside right here that 35 bottles of water were recycled to create this bag. So it's pretty awesome. So the first thing, you have a laptop. So obviously when I travel, I bring my laptop because when I'm speaking, I create my presentations on my computer. It's nice to travel with on the plane, so then it's a separate container. I can just take out my laptop, put it through TSA, put it back in. I can also put my computer or this bag underneath my chair as well, because it is considered a carry-on bag. But for instance, if you want to put it above the cabin on the plane because you want more leg room, it's nice because once you put it up there, you can unzip the slot and then take out the computer and just sit down, instead of being that person that fumbles trying to find your laptop and everyone's like, get out of the way, get out of the aisle. But that's how it is. And on this side, you have 4 different pouches on this side. It's mesh. What I like to do on this case is to put my USB or my flash drives or my USB-C hubs, which I'll talk to you about, any SD cards, even just like your portable power bank. It's really nice to have 4 separate ones, so it's not deep where you have to reach all the way down. There's one up here, one down, so it's like a 4 quadrant. You're able to add like your power pack, your battery, also just your USB-C cables. So that's why I really like having it on the outside. Now, what I really like about the second layer of this is that it does open up just like a suitcase. All right, so I don't know if you can see it from here, but there is an area to open this up now as an actual suitcase. So I'm just gonna put it down really quick and open it like this, like so. Oh wait, that was the outside, just kidding. I'll like move this all the way around, but ta-da! So it's really nice because you have an actual suitcase and you have 2 areas over here for maybe like socks or your undergarments if you need easier access to it. And there's 2 straps on the inside, so once you put your packing cubes, which we'll also talk about, into your suitcase, you'll be able to strap it in place. That way when you open things, things are not flying everywhere, your computer is not like exposed, so you can put it on the outside. There's separate ways to access it. So I truly love this bag. And that's not all, folks. I feel like Vanna White with this. But another cool thing is there is, I think it's on this side, or is it this side? Okay, on this side, right here, you have a, what do you call it? The ones that come out, a water bottle holder, but it's collapsible. So it's a mesh thing. Ah, man, I didn't bring my water bottle over here. But you're able to actually use any size container right here to put your water bottle. And if you don't want to use your water bottle, you can just stick it back in and then zip it up. So I love that as well. And here is the back. It is super nice. It's mesh. It's so comfortable. What you can do is you can take out the straps and then it becomes a backpack. So the straps at the bottom have a little clip at the end. And what you would do is just strap it onto the bottom, and then you'd be able to turn it into a backpack. And then at the same time, if you don't want the backpack, I usually put the straps back in because you don't want it falling everywhere. But there's like a nice area to like hold your backpack straps into place. And then the kicker, if you want to turn it into a roller bag, you can totally do that. So you just pull it out here once, or you can pull it all the way at the top. So it's really, really cool. I love this backpack. And on top of that, if you turn it into a backpack and you know the wheels have been rolling around all over the dirty floors, the great thing is they're wheel covers. So when you turn it into a backpack, you now have these little wheel covers that pop out and you can cover your wheels like so. That way you don't get your back dirty. But truly, oh, and I think there's one more extra side pocket on this side. Oh yeah, there's a nice hidden pocket right here as well. So you can put like maybe your credit card ID, extra cash on the side. It won't fit a phone, but you can definitely put your personal belongings, extra cash, ID, stuff like that. So I don't know, this is like one of my favorite travel bags, especially when I go to conferences, especially when I'm going to New York this Thursday and I am just needing my laptop, my USB dongle, my HDMI cord to make sure I hook up to my presentation with the correct AV and just make sure that my presentation goes smoothly, because I'll definitely need my laptop. I've created a really cool, I think, presentation, and it was interesting just going down memory lane because since it is a timeline of my career within Final Cut Pro and also just in life, it was really cool to just see how much has transpired since I was born or since I graduated college. And so to be able to speak and hopefully reach the students that are interested in getting into the same kind of career, broadcast journalism, editing at a television studio, creating content, digital social media for other companies, becoming an influencer, content creator. I just really hope that I can share a story that they can resonate with. But yes, shout out out Ricky. What's up, Ricky? He says, wait, there's more. You know exactly what I'm about to say. Thank you so much, Ricky, for joining. It's nice to see you in the chat. Always nice to see familiar names and faces, because now when you are registered as an Amazon user, you can add your photo to your page. So it's really nice to see your face, Ricky. But yeah, okay, so that was like one of my favorite all-around rolling backpack, especially if I'm going to be rolling it around throughout New York City. It might get heavy after a while, so I'm going to just maybe roll it around like that. And it's nice because when you have a suitcase style rolling backpack, you're also able to add things like "I'll be back in stock soon." That is such a nice way of saying it. Alrighty, let's see. Something I feel, I'm just checking my internet. I felt like I went pause for a little bit, but it's still live on this end, so I think we're good. Are we stable, fam? Are we stable? All right, cool. So the next one that I wanted to share is with all you who are also speakers or on-camera presenters, or maybe you're traveling and you need something to make sure all your garments or your dresses are in tip-top condition before you use the iron at the hotel, for instance. This is the Zager, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but this is the Zager travel suit carry-on. I got this a long time ago. According to my Amazon purchases, I purchased this back in 2018 when I started doing a lot of traveling, a lot of speaking. So this is the Zager one, but this is a suit garment bag. So I'm able to bring all my suits on a hanger, leave it in here, and then when I'm at the hotel room, I'm able to just pull out the hook and hang it on the actual closet hanger. That way I don't have to take anything off of it. I just wrap it up, zip it all up, and it's good to go. And on top of that, you're able to utilize the trolley pass in the back. I learned exactly what that was called. Can you believe it? So a lot of these bags that go on top of your luggage, this part right here is called a trolley pass through. So you're able to put like the suitcase handles through this. That way when you're riding around, it will stay on there. Or sometimes I'll just let this fall all the way to the same length as my luggage. That way I have more handlebars to grip versus it taking the entire handlebar and my hand is like this. So that's what I do. But I'm just going to show you the bag really quick. And what you can do is also utilize the front part as a laptop holder. So right now I'm kind of debating if I want to bring this Targus roller backpack or this suit bag, because I will be there for literally one day. So I don't really need to bring all that much. I'm a pretty light packer when it comes to doing these one-day travel-in gigs. But the front, you could also utilize this as your laptop bag. Like right here, there's also places to put your pens or your Sharpies, your USB-C dongle, your papers. It's a pretty big backpack. So just letting you know that. Oh, well, not backpack. A pretty big first sight pouch as well. What's up, Richard? It's good to see you in the chat. Okay. And then obviously a Velcro handle at the top holds it all together. But I'll show you the inside really quick since I have it. All right. So now this is what it looks like. So actually it's really nice and fun packing, because what I do is I have one of those hangers that go over my door. So when I hang it, it doesn't get heavy, right? So I just hang it over my little hook over my door, and that way I'm able to add suits, dresses, you name it. But see these 3 loops right here? You're able to add up to 3 full-size hangers, but honestly, if you have the other hangers that are the wireframe ones, you can slip it in, and then to be honest, you can hang multiple things on one hanger. So no worries about that. But because I'm going for one day, I feel like this is totally enough. Usually I'll get like a suit blazer, maybe a dress, and maybe like suit pants that'll fold over in half over one of those hangers with the long bars. And there's my 3. But you'll put that in here. There's a bar that keeps it all together. And obviously this will fold up very nicely so it's not wrinkled in your suitcase. So this is great for those of you who are on-camera presenters or speakers traveling and flying and you have to look sharp while also being able to carry it. Because you can bring this on as a carry-on in the flights, but obviously it won't fit under your chair, but you can put it overhead. So I like being able to do that, especially one day, bring a small luggage and a suit bag. I mean, that's all I really need to travel. And then that way you're not waiting at the carousel for a checked-in bag and you have everything with you. So if you're utilizing this to also be presentable when you land, I recommend this bag. I've been using it since 2018, so 4 years now, and I really love it because also these areas get used as other pockets for your shoes. So I could put up to 4 pairs of shoes in here. There's a mesh one, there's one that's not a mesh. You can also put stockings well, I would avoid putting the stockings in the top too because it's a Velcro, and then if that gets stuck to your stocking, your stockings are gone, goodbye. But yeah, you can use this. I also utilize these top pockets for my wristlets. So if I have like really nice places to go afterwards and I have one of those clutches, you can also put the clutch in here as well. But overall, literally my favorite suit bag because again, once you pack everything up here, zip it up, you check it into the flight, put it on top of your, what do you call it? The flight cabinet thing. Then when you get to the hotel, you literally put this in your closet and you don't have to unpack anything and everything is still straight and good to go. So really pro tip, if you're traveling again and you're on camera or you just, again, or not on camera, honestly, and you're traveling with suits, dresses, perhaps you're going to the 8th wedding this year, like I've been at, and you need to travel with really nice dresses or gowns, this is a really nice solution for those of you who are looking to transport all your clothes, all your pretty stuff. Thank you, Ricky. Ricky's like, it's called the overhead compartment. Thank you. Totally appreciate it. I haven't traveled in so long, so I'm really excited to see, actually, I don't know if the word is excitement. I'm just very interested to see how things have changed with plane policies and stuff. But that is, again, the Zegger suit carry-on. And then, again, there also is a trolley pass. So when you are getting your luggage, you can just put this over the handle, and that way you're only dragging around one thing, and you got 2 items. So great for solo travelers as well. Put that back over here. How's everybody doing, fam? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry if the audio is out of sync. I'm going to be trying some new audio devices soon, to be honest, but I will say as a safekeeping, I am recording straight to my SD card on my YOLOBox Pro, so even though it's lagging, or if it lags or is out of sync on the interwebs, it won't be on the SD card. And what I'm going to be doing is breaking down again all my products into more snackable size pieces on Amazon, and soon Amazon will see me everywhere. You won't be able to get rid of me. So if you like everything so far, click that smash that star button. It lets other people know that this is a live stream worth watching. And if this is your first time coming across on my page, hello, welcome. Please hit follow so you know when I go live all the time. But for all of you who have been here since the beginning, I do go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk about lifestyle and tech that I love and I think you'll love too. Alrighty, so the next thing is when you're traveling, I will say instead of just rolling your shirt and pants and just throwing it into your suitcase like a barbarian, I don't know if we're still doing that. I feel like a lot of my friends that I know have these now, but get some packing cubes. I don't have these exact packing cubes, but from what it is showing and for how many reviews it is and seeing everything that's there, I have it too. I will let you know that getting packing cubes will save your life. So I'll just show you the ones that I have. To be honest, I think I got these at Daiso, that Japanese $1.50 store. Or I might have gotten it, I just couldn't find my purchase on Amazon. because I definitely would have gotten it on Amazon as well. I think these are Amazon because look at these cute flamingos. All right, so the one packing cubes that I've gotten before, it has a laundry bag. So what I will do usually is I'll get a pair of shoes or heels and put it in here first. And that way when I'm like ready to check out or check in the hotel and unpack, I just put my shoes down, and then this becomes my laundry bag. So your undergarments or soiled or dirty clothes, I put in here. That way your dirty laundry bag, when you get home, you just throw it all into the wash. I even throw this laundry bag into the wash as well, so you know it's washable. But that makes unpacking super easy, and who doesn't want that? The last thing I want to do when I get home after like a trip is to really unpack. So what I do normally is instead of sitting on it, the moment I get home, I unpack immediately because I really don't like staring at a suitcase for so long, taking up all that space. So if we can get everybody to unpack easier, faster, more convenient, I definitely recommend packing cubes. So this is one way to go to especially separate your dirty clothes from your clean clothes. Because let's be real, some of us will probably take more than we need on a trip, and you didn't wear every single clothing item in your suitcase, so you don't need to wash that. You don't need to wash clean clothes. So, but keeping it separate from your dirty clothes would be important then. So this packing cube comes with the laundry bag, as I see, the drawstring bag, but I also double it up as a shoe bag. So shoe bag, then a laundry bag. It also comes with a cosmetic. You can put your lotions in here. Again, if you are carrying on, it has to be under 3 fluid ounces. So the next thing that I want to get is actually uniform travel sized lotion bottles that are easy, the one that squeeze, because I hate having to shake out the last bit of lotion every single time. But I'm looking for the perfect ones that are also aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, so that's the second bag. Then you have these awesome packing cubes that just fit perfectly width-wise in your suitcase. And I divide mine personally by dressy clothes or even tops and then bottoms, just so when I'm going fast in my suitcase, I truly sometimes can just live out of my suitcase. But the best thing is when you unpack at a hotel, instead of unpacking everything, you can now just move your packing cube from your suitcase into the drawer, pop it open. This is exactly how we did it at NAB show because I was there for 6 days. So I had to think about all the clothing, all the ideas, and it just makes it so much easier when you have packing cubes. So yeah, with the packing cubes, some of them are mesh, some of them are not, but I will say these fold down really nice and easy. I can definitely roll a lot more of my clothes or my shirts in these, and then also there's straps to hold them in place so they don't move around. You can literally fit a lot of things in here. I've probably can put about 12 tank tops with shirts. I also lay out my jeans and make it a little bit flatter. And then when you come home again, they have these little buttons that allow you to put away your packing cubes very easily. So I just fold it into thirds usually. It's hard to do it when I'm doing it on top of like another packing cube. But then when I fold it like that, there's these little buttons, and then you snap it back in place, and then you can just put it away. So I am very Inception. I have put all my packing cubes into one small packing cube for storage. We'll look at another one just so you can see the difference, but here's another packing cube. Again, there is a button right here, a fastener. Pop it open, and then all of a sudden, oh, this is a larger mesh version. And so when you put your jeans in here, your shorts, or even roll up some skirts, this one even has like a handle at the top. So if you wanted to, you can literally just bring this if you wanted. But I just love organization. I kind of a little OCD when it comes to organizing, but especially when it comes to travel, because after a 7-hour flight, which I think I have a 7-hour flight to New York, after a long flight, the last thing I want to do is unpack everything. So luckily, I'll be able to pack smart now, and then when I get to my hotel, take it out and throw it in the drawer and call it a day. So that is my favorite part about having packing cubes. So if you haven't upgraded your life to have packing cubes when you travel, please do. Do yourself a favor, get them. Get ones in your favorite colors. Get ones with your favorite animals on them. You don't have to get the exact one that I have in the carousel, but I would just say try it. Oh, shout out to my fam looking at the comments on YouTube. Hi to my friend Kevin. Nice to see you today. I have this weird hair that keeps popping out, but we're good. We're good. And yeah, so it's an 8 set of packing cubes. I love them. Packing cubes have changed my life. I really don't travel anywhere without my packing cubes. So again, if you have yet to travel or wants to make your travel more convenient, I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but I know that it's going live still in my iPad, but I'm trying to see if it's going live over here. I don't know why my internet is doing it. It's been acting up at 7, and I'm wondering if it's because it's just a popular day today. Just a popular day. Let me see. What my travels essentials. Let me see. All right, am I back to life? Back to reality? Okay, I see myself again. Whew. Man, I think this is the second time I've gone down. I'm just gonna settle a little bit because maybe I'm moving around too much. My stream, okay, cool. I'm just gonna, am I okay? Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm gonna make slow movements. Ever so slow. But yes, as I was saying, so thank you to those who stayed on. There is some internet connectivity issues right now, but it looks like we are back online, and thank you for staying with me. But yeah, so besides like the travel gear, like the suitcase and the suit garment bags and the packing cubes, now it's the other stuff that I bring when I travel anywhere, and it's the ones to create content. So my lighting might change a little bit because I am using these items right now, but again, the Joby Grip Tight Gorilla Pod, absolutely love it because it is my BFF. I'm able to just take it around with me everywhere that I go. And I'm going to show you what that looks like, even though you all know what it looks like already, for those of you who have been here plenty of times. But yes, this is the Gorilla Pod, the Joby Gorilla Pod. This is also my Aperture MC light. These are both in my carousel, but these are usually 2 things that I like to bring with me at all times. Thank you, Jose, for starting to follow. Appreciate you so much. I think I might have seen you on the Facebook, but I know that Facebook went down because of the internet connectivity, but now it's okay with Amazon. So that is one thing I do like about the Amazon stream. If it goes down, it can pick itself back up together. If you go down on Facebook, you kind of have to redo the whole thing again. So I like the dependability on other things. But yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. All right, so this is, again, the Joby Grip Tight Gorilla Pod. It's so compact. Again, I like to break it down like such, like so. And the great thing about Joby Gorilla Pod is, again, it has a standard quarter 20 at the bottom, so you can put any standard tripod on it if it's not the 3/8 one. This, as you can tell, already has the quarter 20 on it, so you can utilize this with anything else. But this is the part that really gets me so happy, because you're able to switch it from vertical to horizontal in a snap and keep it in place. And then once you have a little shoe mount, you can attach anything with a shoe mount on it, including your Aperture MC light, which is right on top of here. So when you're able to set this up in the corner to collect some behind the scenes footage, which I greatly appreciate, because I don't have somebody with me at all times capturing footage when I'm doing things, and I like it for my reel. I like having some really nice footage to add to my reel, or just as an example for future of why companies should bring me out or fly me out to give keynotes. They usually like to see that you've done it before, and so sometimes you have to capture your own content. So having this in the back of the room, corner, wide angle, wherever have you, try getting some content of you in action, because that does make a huge difference when people are looking for speakers or creators who know the drill of how to capture themselves. So I'm just trying to help you help yourself get more gigs, especially if you're going into the speaking world. Because again, yeah, not everybody's going to be so kind in giving you footage, and then if somebody else takes it, you have to hunt them down and ask, hey, can I get this footage? So just try, do yourself a favor, capture your own footage. That way you always have it with you, and then you're never left wondering, oh, I wish I had like a photo or a video about my time being there. So yes, and honestly, just capture it on your phone, but use the back camera. Don't use the front camera, because you're definitely going to get more megapixels and higher quality when you're using the back camera always versus the front camera. So I would just say set it up, try to find a flattering angle of you. Sometimes it's straight on right in the middle, dead center, or maybe it's this side, but then you are cognizant of where the camera is, so you just make sure you look a little bit towards that side of the room a little bit more. But yeah, so those are some of my tips for capturing some BTS video of you doing your thing, especially when you are keynote speaking somewhere and you don't have somebody to help you. So that is the Joby Grip Tight Gorilla Pod. Again, the next one I'm talking about is the Aperture Amaran MC Light, again, which is the one that I had already talked about over here on this side. This is really cool. I'm not going to go over all the details because I've talked about this light several times in my past live stream. So if you want to know a little bit more, I'm going to be breaking that video down soon, so you don't have to go scan throughout the entire hour of my live stream. But just know it's Bluetooth compatible, it's also magnetic, and you can bring it around everywhere as a selfie light. It also has adjustable settings where you can go 0 to 100% intensity. You can change the temperature of the Kelvin. And you also have lighting effects. So if you want paparazzi, if you want lightning, if you want cop car, if you want fireworks, it's all built in there, and it's all Bluetooth app controllable and synced through an app called Citus app. So that is one of my favorite lights. It fits in your pocket. Love it. And speaking of fitting in your pocket, I figure I go to New York, I'm only gonna bring like 1 or 2 bags. One's gonna be like a backpack, the other is gonna be a crossbody bag. I do like the fanny pack look, but sometimes I feel like when you're traveling, you can wear this and then put this underneath a coat, and then it's just more close to you versus your purse swinging out in the open, because you never know when you're traveling. Just be safe. I don't wanna be a target. So I actually have been enjoying this Adidas fanny pack. Ricky's like bringing back the fanny pack. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I really like it because I love being hands-free. Who doesn't like being hands-free? So I actually, hopefully I don't affect the mic, but I put this over my head, and then I just loosen the fanny pack strap a little bit so I can put it as a crossover body bag. So if you can see it like this, like so. And then I can put my wallet in here. And then in the front, I can just put like my earbuds, although I don't really want to be listening to headphones when I'm walking around the streets by myself. So just be mindful of that. But I like having just a big open bag. And then on the inside, there is definitely, actually no, I like the fact that it's a big open bag, because sometimes when you have too many pockets, I get confused of bringing a lot of things. But my phone fits in here, definitely. And in the front, there is a little key ring holder. So if you have keys or just have one key or a key, which is the same thing as one key, you can keep it attached here, no problem, keychain. But this is how I literally like to go around. This is a little bit more of a sportier look, and I feel like it's back in style lately. Like I feel like I could wear this or like a tighter like crop top and then wear sweatpants with the bottom, or like mom size jeans, and then I could wear a fanny pack to cinch my waist, or I can wear it as a crossover body bag. So this is one of my favorite things, especially when I'm traveling, walking the streets of New York, and I have a jacket over it. So I get to put this over it, the jacket over it. It gives me that extra layer of security, knowing that it's around my being, tight to my body, versus just hanging off my arm, ready for someone to snatch. So this is definitely what I like to utilize when it comes to just the casual, everyday, sporty, doing the groceries, going to the gym. This is very versatile when it comes to all of that. So one of my favorite bags. Oh, and speaking of which, I'll put it back on because the next item that I'm definitely going to bring is the pocket tripod. I've talked about this before, but I just wanted to show you again that it literally is in my wallet, like right there. It's in my wallet. And then now, especially when I'm traveling, I'm going to be able to, I think I had put it out of alignment earlier, so I need to like fix that first. But it's the same size as a credit card. And then with a couple of flips, it now becomes a little stand for your phone. So you can put your phone, oh, here, my phone right here. You can put your phone like so, and then you can bend it up to 90 degree angle. And that way, if you forgot your Joby tripod, you will always have this tripod. I always laugh too because this is like one of my most, I wouldn't say viral, but most liked and watched videos on my TechNicki Speaking Instagram page, which by the way, if you are not following me, please follow my TechNicki Speaking Instagram because I have these very short videos of all the technologies that I love. And I talked about this a lot. It's like one of the most watched and the most liked, but at the same time, you get so many really interesting people saying, that's not a tripod. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't create the product. It literally is called Pocket Tripod. So if you guys want to argue with me about what I'm saying, it's like I'm literally saying the brand's name. But yes, I know it's not a tripod, but it is marketed as a pocket tripod because at the end of the day, you're going to use the stuff, use the gear, use the camera that you have on you at all times. And knowing that this can literally fit in your wallet, you will always have here, that's my ID. You will always have a tripod in your wallet. So imagine if you're at a dinner or you have a little table stand, or again, if you are recording yourself giving a keynote or presenting and you want some behind the scenes footage, it's really awesome to just set this up in the back of the room, obviously in a safe area. Or just if you want somebody to like film you but not have to hold it the entire time, this is a nice way, again, to turn this credit card sized tripod into a contraption that actually works when you're just trying to film yourself wherever you go. So look at that, isn't that cool? And you go horizontal too as well. You can also split these apart like so. So when you are needing to have an even bigger phone, you can make it as wide as possible. But again, so easy. You can put it back in just like that. Switch it back, and now I'm putting it back into my wallet. And so yeah, that's super easy. I love it. My travel essential. I always have it, and it also makes a great conversation starter, especially for those who are content creators. They have that. Ricky says, that's some good engineering. Yes, it is. Oh, I see a new name in here. What's up, Russell Tom? So good to see you. If you haven't done so, click follow so you get notified every time I go live, because I do go live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and would love for you to join our tech community and family that we have going out over here. But that was the Pocket Tripod. And now we're going to get into the other things that are essential. Maybe not so much tech, but it is part of what I do bring. Obviously, in the times of Panorama, and even before Panorama, I am a little bit of a germaphobe. So I actually got these Wet Ones antibacterial hand wipes in bulk. That way I have it basically for the rest of this year and the years to come. I feel like this will last me a long time because one bag has, let me double check, but let me show you instead of just telling you. But I got these exact ones, the one on my carousel. So if you're looking at my Amazon page, the Wet Ones antibacterial. So the thing that about antibacterial wipes is I don't like the smells normally. It smells so like alcohol and it's not the most pleasant. And every time you smell it, it just makes you crinkle up your nose. These have been the most amazing smelling antibacterial wipes I have ever smelt. And on top of that, it does kill the germs because there are moist wipes that are literally just to like wipe your hands if you have something on there, but it's not necessarily antibacterial wipes. So you wouldn't want to put this on your face, first of all, but this is great for hands. So as you can tell, this pack right here came with, I think, 10 bags. So I just take one, and now I can just throw it in my bag wherever I go. And it actually fits in my Adidas fanny pack that is also in my carousel as well. But each one of these, there's 20 wipes. So you have about like 200 wipes, 20 times 10, 200 wipes. And this goes with me in my bags, especially when I travel. You know, when you're on a plane, you want to wipe down, especially that latch. Studies have said that latch is actually the most bacteria infested part on your seat. So I also like wipe behind my head, because you think about it, like people's other heads have been there, and if they're not wiping them down anymore, hopefully the person before you did not have head lice. But you know, wipe down the seats and the back of your head, the tray table, anything where you're consuming it. But I just like to have like packs on hand, and these smell so amazing. This is the Tropical Splash scent. So it really does smell, I think, like a tropical vacation, like Hawaii. Ricky asks, does it Ziploc to keep them from drying out? They do not, but there is a vacuum seal sticker over here, and I've used them like so much that as long as that's closed, it won't dry out. And because there's 20 wipes, it's not like 100 wipes. They won't dry out as fast, but I do like these. These are literally my favorite scented antibacterial wipes. Actually, this is the most encouraging thing. If you're around people who do not like to sanitize for whatever reason it is, they're gonna want to wash their hands after this. I will tell you, like, people are like, oh, I just like the smell of that. Can I have one? I'm like, yeah, sure. Here, clean your hands. So yeah, I'll just show you. It fits right here. So again, traveling, it goes right in my bag with lots of room. And anytime I need it, if I touch it like a railing, or when I'm crossing the street and hitting all these buttons before touching my face, computers, just everything. Like it's really nice to have like just wipes on hand. Also, because I'm not a fan of the hand sanitizer bottles. I don't like the smell of those. Also, it really dries out my hands. And if you have a cut, ooh, watch out. But yeah, I like physically wiping my hands off. I don't like rubbing like the dirt within my hand with the sanitizer, but that's just me. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot stand hand sanitizer. Ricky's like, I can't stand that hand sanitizer either. Yes. But yeah, so this is another way. Highly recommend these wet ones. And if you get an individual bag though at a store, it's way more expensive than getting the whole bulk. So I know it might be a lot, but this will last you for all your travels. So it's really, really nice. I've missed somebody. Hello, Gwen. I see Gwen in the chat. How are you? But really nice to see you all in the chat today. And thank you again for sticking through with me, even though like my internet went down a little bit during the time. I'm not quite sure if I'm on Facebook anymore, but actually it seems like I am. What's up, Elson, Jose, Gail? That's really cool. Again, if you're not watching me on Amazon, please follow me on Amazon. Help your girl hit that follow button. I'm trying to get to A-list. That way my live streams can be seen on a larger scale, and I can work with different brands that only work with A-listers. Right now I'm a insider, so yes, please help me journey to 2,000. I need 2,000 followers in order to get A-list, and I am being so transparent because being on this journey, I never want to burn out in anything that I do. So I've only committed to 1 hour a week versus I know some of these live streamers who are A-listers do it every day, every hour, and kudos to you, and hats off to you, but I'm not at that point where I want to be in front of my computer and camera all day talking about products. So if you can do your girl a favor, if you haven't hit that follow button, or if you know someone who's gonna love my content and it will help them out or will be of value or service to them, please share my page with them if you could and help them hit follow for me. So yeah, so that's the wet ones. Love it. This is like, again, one of my favorite smelling and working hand sanitizer wipes ever. Okay, Now, when you also need to travel, I think about the tech stuff. So these are the items that I need when I travel as well. So Jupio Power Vault, they did a little remodel because the one that I have is different, but I feel like the one that I'm clicking is thinner and for some reason way cheaper. But I will tell you, this is also called the Jupio Power Vault 3. It is a wireless Qi power vault. So not only is it 10,000 milliamps, which will basically last me throughout the entire day if need be. I can charge my phone, I would say, up to 3 times full cycle utilizing this power bank on a charge. There are multiple connectors, but you have USB-C, you have the micro USB-C, USB, you have a USB-A, and then to charge it is through another USB-C, and then you have a lightning. So you can charge your iPhone, you can charge your USB-C devices like I have my Samsung, your USB-A, but on top of that, there is a wireless Qi part on top. So if you don't have a cable, as long as it's Qi wireless, you're able to charge it. And I'll show you right now. I have my earbuds, my Samsung earbuds, and sometimes I don't have my cord, but let me turn this puppet in. Like, so funny, I haven't used this in a while because all my devices. So I turn it on, you can see the battery level is at 100, but I'll be able to put this on here and see how it went green like that, like so. Yeah, it's charging. So isn't that cool? You'll be able to charge your wireless Qi devices just wirelessly like that by putting it on top. So that is like super cool to me, because you'll also be able to charge like at the same side on the outside and do this. So I love it. And I've worked with the folks at Jupio before. They actually sent me some other items of theirs. They're fairly, I would say, not new, but a different I guess battery alternative when it comes to batteries. And I've been utilizing this, and this has been able to charge my phone like really, really quickly. And on top of that, while I'm charging my phone, I can charge my earbuds at the same time. So thank you. Oh, Jason. Ricky goes, wow, that's cheap for a power vault. I'm like, I think it's a mistake. So get it while you can, because this is an amazing power bank that also has Qi wireless enabled on here. So that is really cheap for a power bank. I will just let you know that right now. So maybe cop one before they realize that they might have put in the wrong amount on there. But yes, oh, hi, Jason. Jason says, just saw you on YouTube. I didn't know there was an Amazon Live. Anyways, I just followed you on Amazon now. Jason, thank you so much. Those are like the comments that really hit my heartstrings. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And again, if you're watching, tuning in for the first time, you see my video and you finally decided to click in and hear me, I would love for you to follow me, hit that follow button. That way you get notified every time I go live, and it really will help a sister out in this journey. What I wanted to do, instead of focusing on selling beyond anything, is I want to help educate, provide value, and test out products that I think we can actually need. This is a reason why I don't have 40 new products every week, because I'm not one to buy products, return them, because first of all, that's illegal. And second of all, I don't have the time, frankly, to do that. So the only products I talk about on here are the things that I actually utilize or actually want to test out. And I just want to be as transparent as possible with you all. So if you find anything that I've been talking about helpful, would love for you to purchase it through my links. It does support my channel at no additional cost to you. So it's a win-win situation. All right, so that Powerball is super awesome. But next, the one item that I absolutely love is by Logitech, and this is what I'm gonna bring on the plane. So 7 hours, I have a huge presentation that I've been working on, but I always like to do like the last minute aesthetics, the last minute additions, you know, the stuff that's not the substance on the plane or when I have some free time. That way I'm not spending my time just staring at a screen making something pretty. So I figure on the plane is the best time to work on presentations, because you're able to not be on the internet and then just work on things. I mean, I download everything off the Wi-Fi first. I put it on my USB drive or my USB-C drive. That way I can edit on the plane. So when I edit on the plane, I bring my MacBook Pro. Instead of bringing a USB-C dongle or anything, because I hate all these things that are falling off my computer when I'm like literally in the small seat and putting my computer on top of the tray. Nowadays, I just have this Logitech M720 Triathlon mouse, and it's great because there's no wires. You're able to control your mouse on your computer via Bluetooth. This is like a game changer. So a lot of the mouse back then, or mice back then, plural, it always confuses me, mice, mouse, thinking of the other rodent. But normally, I'm just used to like having this USB-A stuck into my computer, but my MacBook Pro has 4 USB-C dongles. It doesn't have a USB-A. So what am I going to do? I can't use that without putting this crazy long dongle. And I will say, when I've sat next to other people and they shove, it's like, it's not their fault, but they've hit my wire before, and then my whole thing just like disconnects, and it just like, oh my God. So the great thing is, get yourself something that doesn't have wires as much as possible. Save yourself. But the thing I love about this, if you do have a USB-A computer and you want a little bit more of a security, and let's say you don't have Bluetooth, or maybe you have too many Bluetooth devices attached, or for whatever reason you don't want to use Bluetooth, you are able to still attach this piece that was already built into the mouse, so you don't have to like be afraid of losing it. You can plug this into a USB-A port anywhere, and you can still utilize this regardless if it's Bluetooth or not. So that is really cool. One cool caveat: it takes one AA battery, but this will last you 24 months, or AKA 2 years. So you don't have to worry about charging it or your mouse dying in the middle of nowhere. I've just put this in, like, I just got this year, so I know I'm good on the plane. And then there's an on and off button right here on this side. So when you turn it off, it'll save the battery. But if you turn it on, obviously you're utilizing it. And then what's really cool too is I get to use this mouse universally across all my devices. So as you can see, there is 1, 2, 3. So it allows me to connect up to 3 devices seamlessly with one mouse. So I don't have to take out my USB-A and put it in my Mac, or put it in my PC, or my iPad in order to utilize it. With Bluetooth, I can control and program each one of these numbers to a different device that I have. So my 1 is for my Mac. So when I'm on the plane, I'm going to be putting this to 1, and I'll be able to now utilize the mouse on top of my computer. And what I'll do is I'll bring like a little mouse pad. That way I'm not scratching up my computer, but at least it helps save space when I'm editing or doing any documents on the plane. There's no cords, there's no dongles. I literally can control everything through Bluetooth on the plane. And then 2, I have it programmed for my PC, and 3, I have it programmed, actually I don't have it programmed for anything. So I'm able to control my devices just on this one device. I don't have to turn on, turn off. It automatically syncs through Bluetooth. And again, if you don't have Bluetooth, it has a built-in USB-A port that you can pull out. You'll never lose it, and you'll be able to put it in any USB-A port. So it's great because I'm, again, giving a keynote in New York this Thursday, and I know that I can rely on my tech. But for instance, if somebody else possibly needs a mouse and they only have USB-A, no Bluetooth, like, I'm your girl. Come to TechNicki Speaking. You can totally borrow my stuff. I'm a sharer. I'm a giver. So that is what I love. But if you've seen my past live streams, you know the songs and praises I sing about this. And I have the matching keyboard as well that allows me to use the same keyboard with 3 different devices as well. So if you're looking for a really solid mouse, this is a great travel one, because then you don't need to have any wires when you're traveling and utilizing your laptop on the tray in front of you. So one of my favorites. And then the Kingston Nucleum, I have it, I'm using it right now, so I can't show you, but I have another one that's in the box. But this is by Kingston. Shout out to my fam over at Kingston Technology. They sponsored one of my very first live streams in the very, very beginning, and we actually did a giveaway of 3 items, including the Nucleum. And I'll talk about the other product that we also gave away. But this is a 7-in-1 USB-C hub. So again, for those of us who need dongles, this is what you can utilize. It has full HDMI, a USB-A, a USB 3.1, a USB-C, a micro SD, and a full-size SDHC input. So that's basically everything that I need. Now the reason I need to bring this is not to use on the plane, but when I present, usually there's adapters that your computer needs in order to get it synced to the presentation. And sometimes the AV is still a little bit outdated. You don't go in expecting everybody's going to have the latest technology, so you always want to have a backup. So what I'm bringing, and I was advised to do, was to bring an adapter that has a full HDMI port and an HDMI cable just in case. So this is how I'm able to connect my computer to the projector and able to give my presentation in New York this Thursday. So I'm going to be bringing my Nucleum just for that purpose and a full HDMI just for that purpose. And then the only other thing I would recommend too, especially for those who are travel editors, bring an SSD card. I know you may have already had your USBs or your Samsung T5s, your T7s. I also have the powered by OWC Electron, but obviously, Kingston being my family, I'm gonna stick with Kingston. Also because these SSD cards write and read at 1,000 megabytes per second. I think actually, no, this is 2,000 megabytes per second. Yeah, I think out of all my SSD drives, the Kingston is the fastest read and write speed. So what you would do, because I can't bring my entire editing files, but this has a capacity of 1 terabyte. They also have 500 gigabytes and 2 terabyte capacities available. But honestly, if you're going to be using editing programs or any kind of files to bring over in your presentation, I would just recommend even the 500 gigabytes is enough, because if you're running the Final Cut Pro program off of an SSD for faster read, write, and render speeds, that's all you really need. But if you're also utilizing it as an external backup drive, the 1 terabyte is great. So I'm able to bring all my video files that I'm showing in class. I'm also able to put a copy of the Final Cut Pro library on here. That way, all the rendering is being done by this SSD drive. So standing for solid state drive, it really is a, there's no parts in it in a way where it will shake or like get damaged, but it's super quiet. There's no engine, so it's super quiet. You can actually record like 4K, 8K footage straight to these now instead of an SD card. Like I know if you have the Blackmagic Pocket 4K cinema camera, you can now record video straight to SSD drives now. So this is a really nice universal way, as everything's getting smaller and smaller, but the capacity is getting bigger, and also the read and write speeds are way faster than it used to be. I recommend this one. I've been using this. What I do is I connect it to my computer. So unfortunately, this is the only thing that's hanging out on my computer, but at least it is the only thing hanging out on my computer besides my power plug. So I usually try to find the seat, and hopefully the power strip works so I can charge my computer so it never goes down. I plug this into the same side, so that way I'm only worried about protecting one side of my computer versus being hit on both sides by passengers. And I run my Final Cut Pro library straight from here. But I also am going to be putting my presentations on here as well, so that way I can edit again and do the parts of making it look pretty versus the substance on the plane. So I'll have 7 hours to zhuzh up my presentation before Thursday. So I'll be bringing this with me, and that way I have all the content that I need in case video goes down, in case the internet goes down. You never want to rely on internet, so you always want to save all the content to your computer. That way when you're presenting, if it's not working because it relies on internet and you're in a conference room that has no internet, which is usually the issue, 90% of the time the internet is like not the greatest. So I would recommend, if you are bringing and presenting in another location, put everything on your MacBook or have a folder on your desktop labeled that, so you're not going through all your files in front of everybody while your computer is attached to the presentation. Or plug in your solid state drive and just make sure you have it attached. That way you can have all your files. You don't have to worry about it. Even come with a backup. Like if you have a backup USB-C or USB-A flash drive, put your presentation on that too, because they might have AV or a console that can take that version in case something just drastically goes wrong. But yeah, you always want to have backups on backups on backups. So yeah, I know that I'm a little bit over my time, but just letting you know, the last couple of items is more for the travel part of it. I know I was talking about the tech side of things and also the garment side of things, but I really love the Philips Sonicare toothbrush. Okay, it's great for traveling as well because it comes with a travel case, and then you could also bring like an extra brush head if you like. Although these brush heads should be replaced every 6 months, they do have these on Amazon, but I also will say if you are a Costco member, you can get this at Costco and you get like a package deal with the Sonicare. But I love it because it comes in a case, and you know, obviously when you're traveling, there are some luxuries that I want to remind myself of home. Brushing my teeth is one of them. So it's nice that I can just break it down. And because these last on a charge for, I believe, 90 days, I have mine on my charger like basically constantly all the time. So the moment I take it off, I know it'll last the entire time. So it's just a way to get like that extra home feel where you're not just living off of these mini size shampoo bottles that are not your favorite brands, or like you don't have all your favorite things. At least you can have your favorite toothbrush because it's travel size. So I do recommend the Philips Sonicare, but I'm sure there's plenty of other electronic toothbrushes out there that you can utilize that might be more within you know, a price range of whatever you want. But I got mine from Costco actually, but the one on Amazon is a newer updated version of it. But I like it because it comes with a charging cable, it comes with a travel case, it comes with extra brush heads, because usually you do have to buy those separately at Costco, and obviously it comes with the toothbrush. So I think the ones at Costco come for a 2-for-1, so you get 2 brush heads, 2 travel size and brush heads. But if you're just looking for yourself, this one's great. But I like to just throw this in my suitcase. That way I can be fresh and clean all the time, and the charge again holds 90 days, so you'll be fine. Unless you're traveling over 90 days and you forgot to bring your charger, then I can't help you. But you can use a regular non-electronic toothbrush at that point. And then because keynote speaking, I am in front and I'm front facing, I get a little bit more sensitive about my skin. And so sometimes too, if you're preparing and you get like stressed, you might break out. So what I like to do is have like a spa day, like the day before I go. And what I've utilized for that is both this entire bundle. You can buy these separately, but the bundle is the one that I got. And it's by Foreo. I've talked about it before. I actually have a mini video on my Amazon page. If you scroll down on my Amazon page, you'll see my demonstration of the Foreo. This is the mini UFO, and this is the Luma 3. So this is a nice antimicrobial face washer. So I put Cetaphil or just any kind of liquid face wash, and then there is a button in the back that vibrates. I guess I'll turn it on, but it'll be a minute of vibration. But you hear that? Yeah, so it will light up too. But this lasts like more than 90 days as well. This is how you charge it. It will run for a minute, and every 15 seconds it'll pulsate, so you move to a different quadrant of your face. But this allows you to really just get the makeup off and get like the dead skin cells off, and all these other impurities on your face, to just go to sleep with a clean face at night. So I utilize this every day in the shower or when I shower, because you're gonna get water on your face anyways. You might as well get it really, really clean. So I really like this. Again, it goes off for a minute. Every 15 seconds, it switches a pulsation, so you know that your whole face will be fully clean by the time the minute is done. So yeah, love this one. You can get these separately, different colors. Also with this one, same charger as well, but this is like a really high-tech, there goes my minute. This is a very high-tech daily face mask. So you buy these separate face masks, and there's different kinds of things that it does. This one is the Make My Day hydrating one. It has hyaluronic acid and red algae in it. And then when you put it in here, it's app syncable. You're able to put this face mask on here, and this actually pulsates and heats up and puts LED lights as well, so it can penetrate your skin to really give you a more youthful look and glow. These range anywhere from a minute to 2.5 minute session, but when you're done, the nice lady's voice will say, "Would you like, your session is about to end. Would you like to repeat this process?" Because you can. And because I want to like get the most value out of everything, I usually go for round 2. So these are great. You can get different boxes. There's 7 in each box. And when you pair it up with this and sync it to your app, you can select the specific one you got. That way, the app and mixed with this high-tech facial will give you the most benefits. So I like it. It's a really nice spa day. So if you're looking for a really nice gift for like your partner, for the holidays coming up, this is actually quite nice. It's like basically a high-tech facial mask that you can really get creative with and does actual wonders. So what I need though is I need more of these things. I have this, so all I need is like the refillables, because that's the reason why I'm not a lush when it comes to utilizing those things. So I like to use one just before I have main events where I'm speaking on camera, like that one. Last but not least, there is the Hydro Boost. So when I go travel again, since everything has to be under 3 fluid ounces, and I don't like those little squeezy bottles, I definitely like this one. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel, especially when you're in hotels. I don't know about you, but my skin is always so dry when I go to hotels, especially the towels, because they're overly bleached, because they're just, you know, there's so many people that live in the hotels, like they just bleach everything, and when it touches my skin, it gets very dry because I have very sensitive skin. So having a very hydrating lotion or even water gel works wonders for my face, especially when I travel. So if you have sensitive skin like mine, or very, very dry skin, especially when you travel and in different weather situations, like the plane is also a different weather, a temperature, the hotel is always different too. Also when the air condition goes on, and the towels, like my skin gets super sensitive. But really, really like this one. This one is 1.7 ounces, so it's under the 3 ounces. You can literally throw this in your bag. It's travel friendly, and you don't have to check it in. But I'll just show you the consistency of it. But look at that. It's just like a gel, but you only need like a dime size to just put on your face. And it actually kind of looks like a facial mask after you peel off the sheet, the residue that gets stuck on your skin. That's what it looks like. That's how hydrating it is. So I usually put it on before I go to bed and right in the morning, like even under a layer of makeup. So this is like the first thing I always do, especially when I travel, because my skin again gets extra dry. But I really like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. And yeah, the only other thing that I had on here is shoes that I actually purchased on Amazon. But when I'm in the hotel, I don't like walking barefoot, because the hotel floors are always the dirtiest, especially if it's carpet. So if you don't have slippers, or you're not staying in one of those fancy hotels where they provide you slippers, I always recommend to bring a pair of flats. And these are the ones that I have. I've had them for like a year now. So I actually just purchased them in black today. But these are really nice, and I just honestly sometimes fold it down like this. That way it's like super skinny. Sorry, my feet are like so dirty. But I'll give you the side version. But yeah, see how that would just fit on the side of your suitcase? Or you can put it in that laundry bag that I mentioned earlier, so it doesn't get dirty with anything else in your bag. But it's always nice to have a pair of flats, especially when you're just going outside, going to the ice machine, going to the pool, or just walking around in your hotel room. It's always nice to have protection for your feet, especially when there's no slippers that the hotel provides. But yeah, yeah, that was my show today. I know we went 17 minutes over, but thank you so much for sticking through it with me. These are all my travel essentials that I'm going to be bringing to New York this Thursday. And if you happen to be in New York this Thursday and would love to see me or even learn more about video editing, I am going to be giving the keynote this Thursday, November 3rd, in New York City. All the links are in my bio, so if you go to, let me show you my Instagrams. So yeah, if Nicki Sun on Instagram, the link in my bio has links to everything that I have and I'm doing, but at the very top, I put the FCP Global Summit Tour. If you click on that, it'll have a list on it. And if you look at my most recent post on Instagram, there's a code in there. So if you're not a student or a faculty member, which you can get into for free, as long as you have a valid ID to prove that you are a student or faculty or even a .edu email address, you can get in for free as a student. But if you're not, I have a code in my first post of my Instagram, and I have a code for 15% off. So would love to see you if you're in New York. I'll be giving the keynotes at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So that will be like 6:30 a.m. my time. So I'm going to be on a time change over there. So yeah, I'll definitely be utilizing all of this facial stuff and basically knocking out and then just going to give my keynote. And then stay tuned for the rest of the day because there's some amazing instructors that will also help you get FCP certified. So you can actually put FCP certified on your LinkedIn accounts or your resumes to say that you know how to video edit. And there's different programs like editing for social or editing for film, editing for broadcasting. So if you're interested in learning about video editing, specifically Final Cut Pro, the Apple team is going to be there. I'm going to be giving a keynote at 9:30 in the morning, and I'll also be sitting on the Apple-led panel at 5 p.m. So I'll be there the whole day because I love learning from other people as well. So come join me. Again, if you're a student or a faculty member, it's free. And if not, check out my link in the Instagram. Everything is link in bio. And then check my first post for the code for 15% off. But yes, thank you all so much. Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, Richard, Ricky, Gwen, Jason, yes, Dawn. Okay, yes, and everybody who are watching on YouTube and Facebook, thank you again for tuning in, and thank you also for sticking with me throughout all the technical difficulties. But yeah, that is me. Here is my page, and everything I talk about today will be available for repeat and also all the playlists. But thank you for wishing me safe travels. Thank you for sticking with me, and I will see you next Tuesday.